Good afternoon for 4 News Now. I'm Rob King. Welcome to today's KXLY Plus Daily Rundown, where I'll take you through the top headlines of the day, as well as a preview of what the 4 News Now team is working on today. Starting as we do with most days, with the weather expected to be cold and sunny today. It may look warm if you are indoors, but believe me, it's going to be chilly today in the mid-30s as the highs, and then overnight lows in the 20s, getting low again. It's cooling off a bit. Fortunately, as we take a look at the weekly forecast, we are expecting it to stay relatively dry moving forward as we stay above average temps, which is nice, but it will be chilly tomorrow morning as you head out the door. And then a dry and cloudy weekend until we get to Sunday. Sunday night is when we are expecting our next weather system to move in, and expecting that to continue through Monday and Tuesday. Now taking a look at some of the top things that the 4 News Now team is working on. Bronte Sorotsky was out with Spokane Fire, and she's taking a look at fire mitigation tactics and how you're going to be able to keep your family safe in this upcoming fire season. Now, one of the things that they want to do is treat 3,000 acres near a local golf course that is at high risk of fire hazard. A lot of these trees have been infected with bark beetles, and those beetles do worse damage to trees, which increases fire risk. I spoke with Bronte earlier. She said 50% Spokane is at a higher fire risk than other areas in Washington. So this is a significant area, an important area for these fire mitigation tactics, and Bronte is going to be looking at the latest in that fight. Now, 4 News Now's Vanessa Perez, she is riding along with SPD today. They are on the north side of the city, and she's going to be not taking part in, but filming sting operations that are planning to be conducted today. Whether or not they catch anyone, we won't know. And that's going to be looking at sting operations at stores in the north side where shoplifting is taking place as police tries to crack down on local property crimes in continued efforts. They have done these sting operations in the past, so Vanessa's following along on the latest one. Taking a look ahead for tomorrow, Kirsten O'Connor has been working on a special report about families feeling safe following the U of I murders in Moscow, and how are people feeling safe and what can they do. So a special report is airing tomorrow at 6 p.m. and we do have a snippet of that for you to watch now.
4 University of Idaho students murdered where they should have been safe. Crimes like this stay with us and can change the way we act, how we parent, and the way we live day to day.
A lot of times we don't notice what's going on with us until it gets pretty bad.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor with 4 News Now. I'll show you how far local moms are going to protect their kids and healthy ways to cope when those underlying fears become overwhelming. Watch my special report Thursday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
So, again, tune in tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Kirsten O'Connor's special report on safety following the U of I murders. Before that occurs, though, I'll be sitting down with Kirsten doing a live interview on KXLY Plus and kxly.com and asking her about the process of going through this special report and what are some of the things that she learned in this process of creating this. And if you have questions that you want me to ask Kirsten, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. You can see a recent tweet of mine on Twitter has that promo video, and I want to hear from people about any questions you want me to ask Kirsten. I expect that stream to be midday around this time tomorrow, leading up to her special report. We want to listen to you quite a bit because Derek Dice is working on a special report at the end of the month. This is going to be taking a look at social media overuse and the effects it could have on children. So if you're a parent and you're concerned about how much your child is on social media, Derek wants to hear from you. We have an article up right now on our homepage where Derek wants to get comments from local residents about, do you think your child is overusing social media? How do you think it affects them? So you can find that on kxly.com because we want to hear from you. And closing out with a feel-good story. How about this? Brandon Thomas, a local high school student who attended Central Valley High School, a football player. In 2020, he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, and to increase his chances of survival, he had to have his lower leg amputated. And as of his last scan, he is cancer-free, and Tuesday night declared that he will continue his football career. Last night declaring for Eastern Washington University. He played as a linebacker in high school, so maybe he'll be a linebacker in college, but we don't know yet. But we have been following Brandon's story for a long time here at 4 News Now, so we're all just very excited for him. Congratulations, Brandon. Well, that's all we have for today's KXLY Plus Daily Rundown. Be sure to download KXLY Plus on your smart TVs, Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire, as well as the 4 News Now app on your mobile phone, where you can get 24/7 streaming news for free. We'll have all these stories again and more coming up tonight in 4 News Now at 5. But for now, live in the KXLY Plus Digital News Center, Rob King, 4 News Now.